Well, welcome everyone to Cunard's Queen Victoria. Tonight we are going to give you a cabin tour of a deluxe side stateroom. This is specifically room 1038. This is what you get if you ever have the luck of getting one of these amazing rooms. So take a look around to get an overall view. We managed to book this as a very last minute deal 2 days before embarkation. We were already on board actually, so I guess we never really disembarked. The deluxe inside is basically 1.5 times the size of a regular inside, and so large, in fact, you can see it comes with a 3-person sofa. As a note, we are dressed this evening for the Roaring Twenties Gala evening, hence the whole 20s ensemble. Faux bob, headband, feathers, and gloves, of course. So, there's enough space in here that you never run into anything unless you want to run into it or unless the ship tosses you into it. But this can easily become a 3-person berth because this sofa is in fact a sleeper sofa. I've talked to some people who've slept on them and they're actually quite comfortable. And your cabin steward would actually set it up during the day, or when it's turned down service for the evening, the cabin steward would bring it out, lay out a bed and everything. And then when they clean up during the day, it goes back away and you have your room back to yourselves.
Say hi to Julian. They say good evening and thank you for taking the time to make this production.
Julian, welcome to Queen Victoria. If you have any questions about cruising or about this cabin specifically, just let us know. So, actually we've now cruised on Cunard, all the Cunard Queens except for Queen Anne. And we've been in everything. We've been in a Queen's Grill, we've been in a balcony, we've been in an ocean view, we've been in a regular inside, and now the deluxe inside. And honestly, the deluxe inside seems to be the best bang for your buck. Yeah. So very true. So some interesting things about this cabin versus other cabins. The size of the TV. She's tiny. In a regular cabin, it's the full-size flat screen TV. Now, do we care? No, because honestly, we don't spend much time in our cabin, and when we have the TV on, we're usually listening to it, like Sir David Attenborough's wonderful documentaries, which are part of the entertainment program on this TV. But some of you may care. If you do, then maybe a deluxe inside is not for you. One of the benefits of the deluxe inside, though, is absolutely the storage. The closets are actually bigger than they are in the ocean view, in the balcony rooms, and possibly you might even have more storage space in here, ironically, than in the Queen's Grill, depending on the kind of Queen's Grill. Question?
Junior says, hi girl, where are you? You're in Picolon Corner. I'm not sure what Picolon Corner is.
Junior, welcome. We are currently off the coast of Portugal, wending our way towards Vigo, Spain. So we're in the sort of mid-Atlantic area, I guess.
Susan says, evening, your gown is gorgeous. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Cunard'S says, cleavage mic is the only type of mic.
Damn Skippy.
I agree.
Yeah, cleavage mic for the win. It looked terrible anywhere else, so.
Cunard'S, so I said to them.
Welcome, everyone. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the live chat. As you can hear, my cameraman is really on top of it.
Black Blue Studio says, you make me want to do the Charleston. So that works for the 20s night. Yay.
Tonight is the Roaring Twenties Gala, and we will hopefully have some decent Charleston music playing. Hopefully it'll be fast enough for the Charleston.
Is Vigo close to Burgos? Actually,
Vigo is, well, it's not far from Burgos, but by an American standard, nothing is far from Burgos. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these closets, right? Because when you cruise to dress up like we do, then you usually bring a lot of clothes with you. So these are full length, which means that you can have your gowns and clothes mostly hang fully, although mine always have trains, and so they usually end up having to be folded over. But one of the interesting features is that if you did not have as many full-length clothes as we do, the closets are actually adjustable. So you actually have extra bars that you can hang, and so you can have clothing hanging high and at mid-level if you so need that for your particular kind of wardrobe. There's also storage space up here. When we came into this cabin, because it's actually, we found it a four-berth cabin actually, because you can put 2 on that sleeper sofa. Apparently, there were 2 other life vests in there. I'll show you where they went in a moment. Yes. Oh, also, I don't know why I never noticed that full-length mirror before. There's a full-length mirror in this door so that you can see your cameraman very clearly reflected there in his dapper 1920s tux and tails. Okay, so middle closet is bigger than the middle closets in the ocean view and the balcony staterooms. And so you actually have plenty of room for your shirts and your coats. Lots of storage here. And of course, a safe if you actually have valuables. But for us, the safe just ends up being more storage.
How's your finger?
Oh, my finger is getting better. The antibiotics do seem to be working. Thank God. I can bend it again. Look, look. Look, it bends like a real finger for those who have been following my trials and tribulations with my infection. Then we have a third closet that is also full length. So plenty of room for full length garments. And as you see, I do need both closets for all of my dresses. Yeah.
Julian says I'm doing my first transatlantic and my first cruise experience.
Ooh, nice.
I'm 2 this December.
Oh, nice.
January for 27 days.
Julian.
Work has helped so much.
Yeah, so Julian, our longest is, we've been on for 26 was our longest. And I will tell you the time flies.
This one's 25 now.
I know, but our longest was 26. So the time really flies. So congratulations on that. Queen Mary, that's going to be a fantastic experience. What kind of cabin do you have? I'm interested to know. So one of our biggest tips is if you are clothes horses like we are, or you want to have things stored not in your closet, is to bring magnetic hooks, right? And you can buy these at most hardware stores or home improvement stores, and they come in different poundages, different weights that they will actually tolerate. So this is a low one. These ones, this one was like 32 kilograms or something like that.
Technically, it should hold our suitcase.
Yes, technically it should be able to hold our suitcase. I don't know.
We haven't checked it yet.
We haven't tested that out yet, so I don't know about that. But we normally always bring magnetic hooks with us. However, this time we forgot them. They weren't on our packing list. But in Spain, in Barcelona, we were thankfully able to procure some from a crafting and home improvement store. They had a full range of different weights. And yeah, as you can see, we can create all sorts of extra hanging space with these magnetic hooks.
As you can see, the full length.
Especially for full-length dresses, because yes, lots of my dresses have trains and they're too long to actually hang fully in the closet.
I think the hooks have a specific name. They were just magnetic
No,
hooks.
they don't have a specific name, just magnetic hooks. And then it will say a poundage.
Nope. Your fans are okay. There.
It will say a poundage on the packaging.
I typically find them in Daisos
Oh, that's not going to help people unless they're in Korea or Japan.
or America.
Well, in very few places. Right. Okay, so the bed. Let's talk about the bed.
The Galas are awesome.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the galas. So the gala evenings. Yeah. For those who don't know about Cunard, and one of the reasons I'm dressed this way, they have gala evenings, which is a chance to really strut your styling stuff. And some of them are themed. Tonight is Roaring Twenties night. There will be a big band playing. Hopefully they'll play actually 1920s style music, but in the past they haven't usually, sadly, done much Roaring Twenties music. Cunard, if you're listening, please actually do Roaring Twenties music that's in a 20s style on Roaring Twenties night. If the song is written in the 1920s but sounds like it's being sung in the 50s, that's not Roaring Twenties. Anyway, rant off. Some of them are themed nights, Roaring Twenties. Some of them are not themed, where it's just a gala evening, just a chance to get your style out, tuxes for men, evening gowns, cocktail dresses for ladies, and really enjoy the full magical vintage atmosphere that the Cunard Queens have to offer. This is Queen Victoria, for those who are wondering.
Concerning the hooks, Lifted Bodhisattva says, thank you, I appreciate it.
Bodhisattva, thank you for using one of our tips. It's made our lives, it's really completely transformed our experience. Now this room, as you can see, this deluxe inside cabin is immense, right? It really is, on a cruise ship where space is at a premium. This is a very large room. Like I can stick my arms out and twirl and not hit anyone or anything, not even you on the camera, right?
We skipped the desk and the electric.
Right, so we'll get there. Okay, so
There's a question about electric sockets.
So sockets, that's always a question. So on Queen Victoria, and the queens are not all the same. Queen Victoria at the desk, you have 110 American style plugs, you have British style plugs, and then you've got 220 and another American style plug. That is it, basically, for the outlets in this room, with the exception of if you unplug the lamp next to your bed, as we did, you get one, you can have a plug on either side of your bed. But unfortunately, Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth and Queen Mary were all built long before everyone had mobile devices all the time. And long before we needed to have things plugged in next to the bed. Needed is a strong word, of course, which means that there are no USB plugs. I've seen that question. No USB plugs anywhere. You will need to bring an adapter. And for the most part, any recharging, with the exception of the tip I just gave you about unplugging your table side lamp if you don't want to, read after you go to bed, everything will have to be charged at the desk. So keep that in mind. There is an outlet, or I guess in the bathroom. So let's take a look at the bathroom since we're talking about outlets anyway. This is the bathroom. This is whatever. This is the bathroom. There is an outlet in here. It is a 110/220, but not only a 2-prong, not with a 3-prong. And the bathrooms in the deluxe inside cabins are a little bit larger than they are in either the ocean view or the balcony staterooms. So you've got a shower that unfortunately has a curtain that will make you hate life.
Which they just replaced today for
It
us
will.
for some reason.
Oh, really? Oh, brand new one. Oh, maybe this will actually keep the water out better. I doubt it. It basically just restrains the water from spreading all over the floor, but it doesn't stop it altogether. And if your ship is moving, then it will invariably sway and stick to your body while you're showering. So you actually do get toiletries with the Queen's. When you actually come into your cabin, they have 4 bottles of Penhaligon products for you. You have your hand and body lotion, liquid soap, shampoo, and bath and shower gel. No conditioner. These are not.
There's no conditioner.
No.
There's usually a conditioner.
There's not. There was not. Nope, no conditioner. And there hasn't been for a while, I don't think. So these are for refilling. They are not for you to take home. I know some of you, when it was the old swag bottles, little baby swag bottles they used to give out, you used to shove them into your suitcases and have your room stewards refill them every day and take them home with you. You can't do that here. So
Why are you dressed like you're in the 40s?
I'm dressed like I'm from 1930, actually, but that's because, it's a good question, because tonight is Roaring Twenties Gala night on board Queen Victoria. But when we originally came on board, we weren't going to be on this long, and so we weren't actually prepared for proper 1920s. So I do have a 1930 style bias cut gown. So that's why I've got the faux bob, got the feathers, got the gloves. Yeah.
Good question. Can you take home the slippers, bathrobe, soaps, and shampoos? We already talked about the soap and shampoos.
Great question. You cannot take home the soaps and shampoos with you. The slippers are for you to take home. They are complimentary. If you take home a bathrobe, you will find an extra charge on your credit card bill.
$75.
$75 or something like that. Yeah. So yes, you can, but you will pay for it whether you want to or not.
And they're not $75.
They're nice. They're decent, but I would certainly not pay $75 for them. Just saying. That is a good question, though. In terms of cleaning, the room steward comes twice a day. Once in the morning, and we'll set your room up for daytime activities, including the bed. And then now what you're seeing here before you is the bed set up for turn down. It's been turned down for bedtime. And they do one more cleaning, put everything in order, lay the pillows out nicely, fold the bedding back, pull off the bedspread so that you can just get into bed and have a nice night's sleep. These are actually 2 twin-size beds. So if sometimes they don't zip them, there's a zip down the middle. Often, nearly every time we arrive, they have not done the zipper. And I don't know if it's because they don't want to go to the extra effort, but if they don't do the zipper, if you actually like the person with whom you're sharing a bed, you'll cuddle, and then the beds will eventually start sliding apart. So just tell your cabin steward, please zip the bed up. And if there's still a gap, then you can ask them to put another mattress cover on. Yes, question.
Patrick Poor says stunning. Burtis Hill says hi. Added in.
Hello, Patrick. What was it, Bertus? Bertus, welcome. Good evening.
Julian, who we've talked to a little bit before, says they missed the shampoo and soap part. Can you repeat it, please?
Yes, shampoo and soap. So when you come on board, we have here 4 toiletries, right? We have our liquid soap, which we do leave out for hand washing. And everyone, wash your damned hands. Wash them after you go to the bathroom. Wash them when you do something with your hands around your mouth on a cruise ship. It is so very crucial for you to wash your hands with almost the sort of fervor you would in a hospital, because this can quickly become a plague ship if people do not wash their hands properly. Liquid soap, brought to you by No Plague. So, if you're liking this content with its strange little mid-roll hygiene appeals, please like and subscribe. You also get a Penhaligon hand and body lotion. You also get a Penhaligon bath and shower gel and a Penhaligon bottle of shampoo. These are complimentary for use while you are on board. These are not for you to take home. They're now doing a refillable model. So I think if you take them home, you might also find an extra charge on your credit card bill.
Your gloves have seen better days.
Oh, yes, don't look at the gloves. These gloves, I love these gloves. They're cotton, and I can't find another pair of cotton over elbow gloves. And don't look at the gloves. I love them. I haven't been able to find a replacement. I don't do nylon gloves. I don't do artificial fibers. And these, yes, I will show you. I'm going to do the big reveal, everyone. They have been danced in really hard. I dance in these gloves, and you can see that. I keep saying I'm going to fix them, and I'm probably just going to end up cutting the fingers off, and that'll be it. Anyway. Don't judge me. I love my gloves.
We swing dance.
We swing dance. He's hard on my hands. It's not my fault. It's his fault.
Just not the question you asked.
Okay, so showers.
It's like zombie gloves.
Showers. I mean, I guess Roaring 20s, zombie, whatever.
Oh, the line.
Right. So there is actually a line in your shower that you can use to hang laundry. There is a laundrette on board. You can do laundry on board, and it's free. And then if you don't want to put your things in the dryer, they do have dryers. You can hang them to dry here, but also for drying towels, you can use this clothing line. Now, in terms of the towels, if you rehang the towels, they will not refresh them. If you put them on the floor, they will take them away and give you new ones. So I personally don't need a fresh towel every single time I shower. I prefer to reuse them and save on the water, because on cruise ships, one of the most precious resources is water. I know, you're surrounded by water, yes, but that water is salt water. So they actually have freshwater plants on the ship, and it takes energy and power to create fresh water and to treat the water. So desalination and treatment, also for water treatment. So we always try to minimize our water use as much as possible.
Yeah, we need to get to Paris so you can get a new pair of gloves.
I bought.
Susan's talking about shops in Paris that sells gloves via Les Franchises.
Yes, well, I'm not certain that's quite in our budget, but also no one makes them out of cotton anymore. Yeah, that's the problem. These need to be cotton for dancing, because you can't leather gloves.
Says, thanks for the information. Phil Goodyear. Hi, Phil.
Phil, welcome back.
Good evening from Livermore, California.
Good to have you back again.
And Lifted Bodhisattva says hand washing is very important advice.
Hand
as well
washing.
As keeping your feet safe, dry and sanitary.
Absolutely, 100%. Other features that come in this cabin, in this drawer, which we use for storing all sorts of things, there is actually a dryer, a hair dryer. I don't really use them, so I couldn't speak to its...
I think we turned it on for the first time.
We turned it on and decided it wasn't worth the effort. So, but there is a hair dryer that they do provide. Under here is a refrigerator, a mini fridge. It will be full.
Show them what you have.
It will be full of not what we have. This is our cheese fridge currently of the cheese we have bought on this journey. Oh, and some cuajada that we need to eat.
Yeah,
We need to eat the cuajada and the rest of the yogurt. So it will not be full of that. It will normally be full of of expensive minibar items for which you will be charged if you consume them. So the first thing we do when we come on board is tell them to empty out the minibar, that we want nothing from it. Yeah, so that's my tip. If you don't want to use the minibar, have them clean it out. Which brings me to the topic of other storage. Under the bed, all the beds are actually pretty giant drawers. If, however, you do not get your stuff in it first, they will fill it with stuff you ask them to take out of the room. If you put your own things in here first, like there it is, there's the whole minibar. They put it in a laundry bag and just stuffed it under here. If, however, you get your belongings in these drawers before they do that, then they actually have to take it away instead of just kind of lazily throwing it under the bed. Under the bed is actually where we stow our luggage, and there's plenty of luggage storage under here.
Phone, do what I want you to do.
Sorry, we're experiencing
there you go.
ghost in the machine issues.
Luggage and carpet storage.
Right. So yeah, we have 6 pieces of luggage under here, so there's plenty of room. They stack, but there's plenty of room to store your luggage under the bed. However, if your luggage for whatever reason does not fit under the bed, ask your steward. They will take your luggage and they will stow it for the duration of your journey and bring it back to you when it's disembarkation day. Another Phil?
No.
Oh, okay.
You just said something to me.
Oh, okay. Hello, Phil.
That was for me.
Oh, that was for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, whatever. You guys have your conversation. Let's see. Other storage. There are on the side, either side of the bed, and this is true of the balcony staterooms as well as the ocean view. You have these little drawers, right? So plenty of room to store socks and undergarments, things that don't take up lots of room.
What ship are we on?
We are on Queen Victoria, and this is a deluxe inside. So this inside is about 1.5 times what it would normally be, what an inside would normally be. In fact, it's very, very generous. An inside cabin would normally be just to here, and the rest would be another cabin. So lots of room. We love this inside cabin. It is a little disorienting not having a window sometimes. Nighttime is not a problem because you're asleep. During the daytime, it can be somewhat of a problem. That's why I wish they would actually put a big screen TV here that had a screensaver that was the ocean.
Say hi to Cat Sibo or Cat Sibo.
Cat Sibo, welcome. Welcome to Queen Victoria, somewhere off the coast of Portugal, wending our way northwards towards Vigo.
And 860 Phantom 7 says, old school, she looks like she's about to be murdered.
Oh, thank you. I know I've achieved it when I look like I'm out of an Hercule Poirot movie. Fantastic. Fantastic. Right, so tonight is the Roaring Twenties Gala, hence why I'm dressed like this. And just in case anyone is watching who's triggered by women wearing gloves inside, just, you know.
My phone says 920. That can't be right.
No, that is absolutely not right. I don't know what.
It's 820. We need to go up.
No, it's not 820. Oh, it's 820. Yeah, okay, it's 820, but it's definitely not 920. Right, so this is the inside cabin. It's, if you can get it for the kind, we only spent $100 more per person on this inside cabin versus the outside, versus the regular inside cabin.
I want to see the back of your hair too.
So, all right, okay, so here's the back of my hair. So if you can manage it, definitely go for the deluxe inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye, we gotta go.
Okay, so we're going to temporarily go away. We're live. Okay. For everyone, we're live. Okay. For everyone, we, welcome to Internet at Sea. Okay. There's my actual, there's the actual cameraman. All right, so I'll just do this. Okay, so maybe not the best angle for me. Oh well. Right, so we are heading now to the Queen's room, and we will be setting up for the Roaring Twenties Gala. So if you're interested in seeing what that is like, stay tuned. But we'll be ending this stream and picking back up there. So like and subscribe, and hopefully see you in about 10 minutes.
All right. Bye, everybody.